Alright, hello. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another very special video today. I've got something fun planned for you guys, and I don't know if it's working or not, but I think it should be. For reference, I guess to explain it, there we go, I've unlocked a new recipe for making diamonds. If you caught the live stream the other day, well, thank you to all of you that did hop in. Probably would have been about a week and a bit ago now that we hopped in and did it. But I obviously dug all the way down to, well, probably easy just to show you what we did. I obviously placed this water down here so I can actually get into this area a little bit more easily, but we sort of dug out this section just to make it a little bit flatter and nicer. And I built this as a way to get back up because there's no actually other way for me to get into the base nicely, so thought we would do that. And then there was also this section over here where we sort of worked on this here too. Probably easier if I jump down. I hope that this is the right spot where I placed it. I did. Awesome, thank God. I need to expand that so I've actually got a bigger space to land. But as you can see, I pretty much dug out this whole section on the live stream. So we just got to work on lighting because obviously we want it to be nice and bright throughout. But that's something I'll probably figure out after we dug it out. Like nothing's going to spawn there anyway, so we're actually all right. But yeah, I still need to put that ladder there as well. But yeah, so that's all dug out, which is sick. Makes me a very happy man nonetheless. But anyway, the problem that I had with it was that whole section just to dig out the walls, and that took like 2 hours to do, and that just made me very, very miserable. Not miserable, but it just took forever, and I like absolutely hated it. So anyway, I have installed a mod, and I was looking at mods, right? And there are a couple mods that you can get. There's obviously the quarry mod, which is pretty sick because you can set it all up and it just mines down to bedrock for you. Except the problem I've got is this is all over water. So if I was to set it up like, you know, on above this water, it would be very difficult to like avoid the water dripping in and all that. So, and you'd have to set it up down there, and I don't know how it would work. And then installing the mods was a hassle because you're gonna have to install multiple types of mods. So I thought what I would do instead was that I would install this mod, not to make a shovel, but that's not the recipe. Maybe like this is it, an excavator mod. So what this essentially is, if I show you, I can probably do it over here. This might be a little bit better. And this will be interesting to see how we do this. I realized I haven't. Now, you know what? It is better that we do it out here. Oh God, I can't make my mind up, but we'll go in here and do it this way. So what this mod is essentially, it is a essentially 9x9 mining block. And my God, this is slow. Jesus Christ. Or not, or that doesn't work. I thought that this worked. Do I have to shift click to get it to work? Okay, interesting. That is an Enderman over there. Okay, sorry. Wait, so why did that work? Why did that highlight? I'm so confused. Or is it just for dirt, this one that I built? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, problems. I'm on a side note, I'm glad that works for dirt. Like, that's sick. I'm just a bit disappointed that it didn't work for the tools or the reason I got it, and that was for the stone and stuff. Interesting. Well, I'll wipe out all of the dirt at least, because why not? Just get rid of it, and it's just something to get rid of, and in that sense. But disappointing nonetheless that that's what had happened. Interesting. I guess on a side note, you guys can see how absolutely amazing that this is. How much of a difference this makes for knocking out all the dirt. Though ironically though, I get the sense that maybe my shovel would still be a little bit faster for this. Like this is much faster with the shovel regardless, but still amazing nonetheless. Just not what I had in mind. I actually just thought it was and maybe I needed to get the hammer one. That was probably what it was. Just thinking about it. Actually, my man, come here. I need you out of here, my man. Apologies. I know you're just living your best life, but thank you for the balls. Appreciate it. Alright, so anyway, I just rebooted the game and just reinstalled it. I realized that I messed up. So obviously excavating, when you think about it, you're excavating dirt. Hey, white kitty, what is going on? And I guess I never quite thought about what was the right thing to get. Or I never quite thought about, and there we go, that might have just spoilt it. I guess what I'm saying is that I didn't quite think it through, the difference between excavating and the other, whatever the other option was, being a hammer. So anyway, that all being said, what I am going to do is actually make another one, as you can see here. And this one actually should be the right one. I guess I just mistakenly didn't bother to check what the actual mods did. and why they were different. But there we go. There's the hammer. So I guess just, yeah, excavating and hammering, completely different. But this should work the way that I wanted and the way that I intended. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. So now you guys can see why I was a bit confused when that happened, but now we've got a proper mod that can do it. And my gosh, this makes such a huge difference as well. We're going to dig down to level 47 on all like sections that are over there and in this corner. So at least I can dig all the way around. So I'm just going to mine this all up and then we'll just dig down. So I think 6 levels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. And this is the correct level that we need to be on, which is great. So now if I dig all the way this way, this should connect up to where we ideally want to be. Should light this up as I go. Oh, and we've got water in here. Fantastic. What I will do is I will just block that up. That might only just be 1 level, which is good. Or not. It seems to be multiple blocks. There we go. Block that all up nicely. My God, there's a lot of bloody water in here. I thought that I blocked this all up, but apparently not, which is a bit of a pity. Seems like we need to block this off like this. There we go. Struggles of water, everybody. But yeah, my gosh, this mod makes like such a huge difference for mining this all out, because like it just speeds it up. And I've been wanting to get a mod like this for so long. There we go. Perfect. That is sick. Yeah, been wanting to get a mod like this for ages, but I guess I just never quite got around to doing it. And what I might low-key do is just repeat this all the way up. And it's like this as well. It's great for like digging up sort of staircases. Makes such a huge difference. So in a similar sense, we're just going to repeat this on this side and essentially dig down 8 blocks as well. So we'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect, perfect. We did that spectacularly. And we'll just dig all the way this way. And pretty much once this is done, we're essentially going to have like the perfect outline for around the base. But yeah, my gosh, this makes such a huge difference just for doing exactly this, where you just mine through. And now I think you can enchant these as well. So you might be able to enchant it with like, you know, unbreaking and... there we go. Perfect. Line that up perfectly. All right. So what I am going to do as well... Oh, and actually, so we'll go do this side as well. I realize I should. And I'm going to have to come around and fix up all of these blocks on the wall, so it's all perfect to what blocks we want it to be. But we'll dig around this way as well. Now, you might be wondering what I want to achieve this episode. And I mean, we have just churned through so many blocks. So I don't know how much I want to do, because like, I mean, this is a massive undertaking. And then I also don't know whether I want to live stream this as well, but this is also pretty cool and pretty addicting to get as much of this as done as humanly possible. Anyway, let's get up. I actually might chuck these gravel blocks here and just run through and collect up all of these other blocks very quickly. And my gosh, that was a lot of blocks. Anyway, we'll go dump all these up. This is the other struggle now, is we've got so many blocks that I just need proper storage solutions now. Because unfortunately, I don't think that this is going to particularly cut it with the amount of cobblestone that we're going to be mining up and all of these blocks as well. Because ironically, I'm actually okay to fill all these blocks up. It's just more like every other block that we're going to dig up that sort of begins to worry me, and having the space for it. So we might actually need to build like a bit of a storage area as well while we're at it. But anyway, let's run around and get all of these like ores and stuff. And then I think we'll just do that to just purely just to get rid of them. And then once they're done and out of the way, I can go and chuck them where they need to be. And then what I'll do is I actually low-key want to run around and start fixing like this, like these walls, say here, not being proper stone walls. I want them to be nice, beautiful, proper walls, but we'll worry about that temporarily, because I also need to start at the top and clear this all from the top, essentially, is what I'm saying. So what I do want to grab really quickly is all of this stone, because I think this is going to be quite useful for us in a moment. We'll shove all this in here to cook, get rid of all of this coal, and we'll go around and we'll do that. We'll do that to this level. And it also just occurred to me, I probably need to build a way to get into here a bit more safely, because I don't think this water is going to cut it, long term. But what we will do is I reckon we'll dig this down level by level. And that is going to be the best way to do it. Like this. Actually dug it like the perfect amount all the way around, which is great. So I guess what I'm saying is things like this, where I'm just want this to all be stone and all to be nice and lovely. And the quicker we do this, the better for us all. It's just a shame that I guess where it all is makes it a bit difficult to sort of mine up, but we can dig it all up like this. I keep forgetting that I've got the stone in my hand, so I can sort of knock this all out like this. Oh, sorry, like dig it out and then place it and more sand. Don't you love it? But this will be all nice and beautiful once it's all done. So I think this was the mistake I made there, is I dug so far down that it's kind of created a bit more work for me now to rework this and fix this all up, if that makes sense. But that is a-okay. Just need to clear this all out. That's the big struggle that it all is. And now what we shall do is we shall mine these beautiful blocks up and replace this with beautiful stone. And I reckon we'll even do the corner blocks as well, because why not? Make it beautiful one way or another, and it will look magnificent. And then just like that, we'll repeat the process with the stone and these, sort of the stone with the sand and dirt is what I'm thinking. And then we can beautifully fill this in. I reckon we'll start on this side actually. We'll get rid of these blocks. And my god, so quick to run out of stone, but I guess we are replacing quite a number of blocks. Whoops, that is unfortunate, but luckily I've got my axe with the one particular enchantment on it that I always forget what it's called, and it doesn't even break stone anyway. But I was thinking of silk touch regardless. But anyway, that all being said, that is that wall done. It looks as beautiful as ever. And what I think we shall do, so I'll pick up all these blocks that sort of fell down, is I reckon we'll knock just all of these out as far down as we humanly can, just to have them cleared out and all that nonetheless. But I reckon what I might do is I might do it like this, where it sort of knocks that one on the inside out, so it makes my life a little bit easier. I should have actually just come through and gotten rid of all of these blocks in one go, all the dirt blocks at least, just to make my life a little bit easier. Same with all these gravel blocks, just so we're not like doubling up on all of these random blocks, but let's just get them out of the way and finish with. Mind you, this is still useful though. Though I think if I upgraded this, it would be absolutely insane, the excavator, nonetheless. But that is all that done. And just got to get rid of that block, and same with all these ones. And we'll fill this all in. I know that I missed that one there, which is a-okay. We'll jump back up and we shall fill the rest of these in. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So like I was saying before, I was thinking about putting like a quarry mod in, or maybe even with potentially tech it, but I think that just turned out to be a little bit too difficult and time consuming to do, and I kind of want to leave that for like maybe the next series, and I think that might be a little bit cooler to do it like that. We'll leave that be for the time being, which is okay, I'm happy with, and it'll make that series a bit cooler as well, I reckon. So, but nonetheless, the beauty of this is that this is now done, and we've now got a beautiful walkway all the way around, which is exactly what I wanted. We can fill this all in, pick all these up. My god, this is what I'm saying, like the amount of blocks is just like actually insane. So it's not going to be fun to try and organize all these, and I probably need to figure out a way of organizing all these blocks down here, because I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my god, there we go. We're almost already out of stone blocks. I might have to go start cooking a whole bunch more stone to get more stone blocks. I thought that I had way more, but I guess I used it on the live stream now that I think about it, which is all right. I'll fill that in there. We'll come and knock all these out. Once this is all filled up, we'll worry about it in a sec. All right, beautiful. Okay, so now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to knock all of these blocks out like this, and we're just going to pick all of these up. And I forget that this is all going to be dirt, and I actually almost reckon I might be better off doing this up one, or at least sort of starting this up here instead, and sort of mining it down this way, and at least that way I can sort of knock out any blocks that we need. I guess sort of like this, like we can knock out this as we go, and then we'll just jump across and fill it all up. What I might do is I might like just knock this out as we go, because this stuff's just going to be a hassle to deal with. So if I can sort of do a bit of a surrogate layer removal around, and then I can sort of just run on top, if that makes any sense what I'm trying to say. I guess to sort of explain what I'm trying to say there, I guess I want like a layer to be able to run around without falling down, to be able to fix all the walls up and all that. But if that makes any sense, it might not, and that is okay either way. Okay, on a side note, I can't believe just how many blocks there are. Like, my gosh, we absolutely chew through all of these blocks. But once this is all done, we'll have a nice beautiful layer that we can start placing blocks in nicely. So I guess is what I'm trying to say. But beautiful. All right, it's looking great. There we go. Fantastic. All right, what I will do is I will just dig out the rest of this, and then I reckon we'll just place down all the blocks that we can, sort of get this all done and dusted, and then we'll go start cooking some other blocks. We'll chuck one thing in here, and then we'll just pick up what we can, and then we shall go back and organize all of these blocks. There we go. Okay, done. All right. I also think what I might do is, like I said before, make some sort of room where I can store everything, but I also don't know whether I should organize like another level with chests in it, which is what I think I was going to do initially. I've got so much dirt. Oh my gosh, like actually insane. All right, I should actually have a fair chunk of, I do. Okay, I was gonna say I should have a fair bit of cobble in here, which will actually just take up and start cooking. And I realize I can start actually cooking some in here as well, because why not? We'll make good use of everything that we got going on here. And I reckon what I need to do as well, I actually need to bring this whole cooking station down to me, where I can actually begin just to like start just cooking stone and all that down there, rather than running all the way up here and start like a bit of a lava farm down there. We need another level for that. So I think what I should actually focus on today is building another level that we can start for that, where I can just start organizing everything. Okay, that's right, we had too many blocks, but that is a-okay. And we can make, and this is actually where that auto smelter idea I had might actually be really useful, because I can actually just start cooking a whole bunch of stone, and I reckon that will be absolutely godly. Oh, imagine that. That's actually, you know, that might be a good project, is building like a whole stone processing farm instead, and we can start having like pure stone. Like, I reckon that would be absolutely amazing. That gets me excited to think about. Well, there we go. That's next week's project. Once we clear out the floor, we'll do that, and we'll build like a way to get in. But what I need to do though, however, is I do need to chuck these excess cobblestone blocks into here, and we'll worry about that next time. And yeah, I think I also need to figure out a way to get down here into here a bit more efficiently, but we'll worry about that once I collect all these blocks that we dropped. And yeah, I guess once we got more stone, we'll make this look all beautiful nonetheless. But yeah, that all being said, what I might do is I might actually just focus on I've got the scaffolding, so I might just use that to get us up to the spots that we need to replace stone in. That might be a little bit better. But in the meantime, let's just knock all this out to one layer at a time, and then we'll work our way down. Start with the dirt first, I reckon. Get this looking good. And oh gosh, I never realized how much bloody dirt there was around here, but I guess we were underground for a bit. And mind you, these tools would have been fantastic, like back when I dug this all out initially, but I guess I never quite thought about it. And I think a little bit of it was purity. I didn't want to I wanted to play this purely vanilla, but now that we're doing stuff that's a bit more tedious, I'd want something that's a bit more fun and that I can make big progress in a single episode, you know? I think that's the struggle I've got with using the traditional tools, is it's particularly for massive excavation like this, it makes it difficult. And the thing is, I might almost just replace my main tools, because you can just go, well, I'll get rid of specific blocks if I shift as well. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I like my tools. On a side note, it would be good to get like these all down to bedrock as well. And it might actually work out well the way that I've done this, because instead of the way that I did it on the live stream, where I dug by hand all the way down to bedrock with a pickaxe, but I dug the outline of that grey sort of stone brick section out by hand without excavating this exterior area first. And it's made it a little bit difficult to dig all the way down and then replace with the proper blocks and all this. So I think at least this way it will make it look a little bit better and easier as well. Sorry, it'll look good regardless, but it'll just make it easier for myself. But okie dokes, I think that is all the dirt done, which is great. We'll pick this all up and we'll go back upstairs and dump it, assuming I didn't miss anything. That's the one thing I hate, is you miss like one block and you come back out and then you got to re-pick up dirt and you got one dirt block. There we go, like this one dirt block here, and these ones over here too. That's what I was worried about. Come on, don't tell me I'm too short to jump up here. Oh my god, please. Oh my god. Oh, and I missed one block there. Alright, well, what I will do is I'll just do this. Just jump up like this to get up. Oh my gosh, we've got so much dirt. I don't know what I'm going to ever use this dirt for, but all this gravel for that matter, but who knows. Oh, and the other thing as well, I forgot to mention, I can make these to be out of netherite as well. So if I really wanted to, like, that would be absolutely sick to do at some point. I guess though that's just something to figure out at some point, but we will someday. Alright, what I might begin to do is just sort of figure out the outline for... I just got to get this down. I kind of mind this so like weirdly. So if I can just get this down to a nice level, clean up, and not so sporadic the way that I've dug it. And then if we do this all the way through, and then I can do another run through back the other way. The other thing I realized as well is I might actually be better off, like now just thinking about it, what I was going to do was I was going to dig around outside the base first down to bedrock. And then what I was going to do was I was essentially then going to dig inside the base and dig that out and then replace it with tiles. But I might actually be better off digging out this entire, like from this level, which I think is level like 47. I might be better off digging that out all in one go and then then building the rest of the base around it. But I don't, at the same time, don't really know like what to think about it, because I'm going to need a place for all of these stones and cobblestone and all that regardless anyway. So if that makes sense. And I was thinking, like, I don't want to make a temporary spot like to put all this stuff in chests and then have to move all that stuff later anyway. I would rather just do it like in a permanent spot and then never have to really touch it. But I don't really know if that makes any sense what I'm saying. Oh gosh, there are so many blocks that like just in random ass spots like these. And but maybe that might be the play, is like what I should actually do is do exactly that, where I just dig. All right, let me get my point across now that I can think. Okay, so now that I've finished all that, I essentially, like I was saying, was just going to dig around all of these, like the black bit and then the greyish bit. And then I was going to dig all this down to bedrock. And then I was going to do inside the base all the way down to bedrock. But now that I think about it, I wonder whether doing inside the base first all the way down to bedrock would be better, because then it means, like, say this level here, I might be able to, or maybe, maybe like I'll be able to set up a level, like say this level, and this can be a level that we do stuff. But then I don't know how tall I want each of the levels to be. Like this is a good level, I gotta say. Like I like this being sort of 5 blocks high, and maybe if I do that all the way down where I sort of have each level be 5 levels high. But then granted, this level's really, you know, when you look at it, 1 2 3 7 just for this top layer, and then 8 9 10 11, this whole level is 11 layers thick from top to bottom, not including 12 and then 13. So, but then at the same time, I wonder if what maybe I should do and what might actually be better is, and now that I'm thinking about it, but then at the same time, I love this level. Like this is sort of a bit of an iconic level. So what I was thinking momentarily was just to move these guys up a level to each level and just have them, you know, like then fill this all with wood and then get rid of this. And then this can be another level down here, but then maybe 11 blocks per level's good. But then at the same time, it's also a bit useless to have it be 11 blocks. Like even this is quite big as is. Like this is 7 blocks, because I'm also just worried that like some level after this is going to be awkward. By the time just say I'll build each level at 5 layers per level, and then we get down to bedrock, and then like one level's like 3 blocks because like I stuffed it up. And I wonder what happens if I dig. Okay, I have got it as that. Okay, so essentially we're on level 47, so that's 48, 49, 50, 51. I don't know how many blocks it is down to bedrock actually, now that I think about it. All right, so now that we're down here, this level is minus 59 bedrock level. So we've essentially got 50, 60 levels roughly. So I guess if you were to build every room to be sort of, you know, if we go 7, so 7 like blocks, including 2 of them are going to be the roof and the floor. That's roughly 15 levels that we've got, give or take, if I do it like the way that I'm thinking. But anyway, that's sort of semantics to think about. All right, well, what I will do at least is I will actually just focus on knocking out the rest of these blocks nonetheless. It'll be good nonetheless, because we'll just get this all knocked out and it'll be all nice and beautiful and amazing and stunning and clean. What I will do very quickly as well is I will just jump up here just to fill this in, make it all nice one way or another. It'll be clean. That's the best thing. Shame there's no way to do this like quickly and efficiently. You just gotta do this all by hand. But I guess that's what makes it really nice, is that it's all done by hand. You can appreciate the effort, except for this block here that I kind of blocked myself into. And I think we just missed this section here, unfortunately, which was a bit of just an awkward spot anyway, but that's all right. Not like this was too difficult to get over to and reach. There we go. And what I will do is I just need to get this to a standard level as well up here. Like I kind of stuffed myself up the way that I did it. So it made it too much of a pain in the ass to do it. Like dug too many blocks up and then down and then up and then down. And then, okay, so I can only seem to do about 1 block down at a time. If that is all right, we'll just do that 1 stage at a time. Maybe this is the play, is to do it like this. Push this all the way down. Even though ironically it would be more efficient to do it. Oh, can do it as 3. Okay, even better. All right, we'll do it like that. Pains me to be losing out on a block like that. That's not efficient. I will just get rid of this whole section here as well, just to have it all cleared and out of the way, so it looks nice and dandy. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. All right, let's now get this all to this standard level here, and we can slowly but surely just do this layer by layer. And it just occurred to me that we are going to fill up on our inventory, so I might actually just get rid of this as we go like this, and we will run around and collect all these blocks down here that we didn't pick up. I think that's the best we're going to do. Just jump up here very quickly. We'll go and dump all of our blocks in here. Gosh, we filled this up quick as well. Damn. I'm gonna have to start like a way of just burning all of these blocks because we've got too many blocks. Alright, we'll pick up all these blocks quick so they don't despawn, because that would be miserable if they do. And we don't like blocks despawning, do we? We want to keep them all intact the best that we can. Actually, I reckon I might be faster digging this like this. I was trying to do it with the excavating hammer, but it just was so slow. I reckon with the... That's where like having the pick is still good, is you can sort of clean stuff up a bit faster like this. And it does a pretty good job. Maybe too good of a job at times, but still a good job nonetheless. But there we go, nice and flat. Awesome. The only thing I'm going to do here is just knock out this gravel, whatever it's called. Gravel. I just called it gravel and then said whatever it's called. It's literally just said it down. So now what I'm going to do, now that this is all flat, is I reckon I've kind of stuffed myself up because I've done it as 4 blocks. I'm better off. Yeah, I've not really done this too smartly, have I? That's right, we'll just, is what it is. My own fault for doing it the way that I did. I think 3x3 is the play. That's right, what I'll do is I'll just do this. I'll knock it out like this and then we'll be Gucci. I'll come back and fix it all up and make it nice. I just gotta say, I love how many blocks you get though so quickly. Like, it is absolutely fantastic. There we go, beautiful. We'll do this way now and then we'll come back for the last set of blocks and then we'll do that last section off as well, and then we'll have a fully flat area. I just got to say though, the fact that I've done this all in about 45 odd minutes is just amazing, because it took me like 30 minutes just to do what is essentially just that half there. And I've now essentially done this whole section, and then that other whole section in essentially the same amount of time when you really think about it. So it's pretty amazing how quick you can do this. It makes such a huge difference. But there we go. That is this done and removed. I also just can't believe though we've like fully filled out this whole chest. Like, that is insane. Okie dokes, people, let's finish this off. Want this done one way or another by tonight in some respect. But see, like the whole section here is better to do it with this pick, I reckon. Just makes it a little bit faster. Whereas I think the hammer's a bit too slow. Like, even though you do 9 blocks and it's on paper technically faster, but obviously with efficiency in mending, this is like way better. And the haste as well. The haste is awesome. So there we go. That is that section done. Pick up all the excess blocks. We'll mine up any ones that we didn't get still floating. And then that is this section done as well, which is awesome. Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Nice. Also, what I reckon I'll do as well is I will actually just mine this up a couple layers like this. And what we'll do is we'll actually mine it like this, so I can at least get the top layer, and then we can still do the bottom 2 layers as well, which will be nice and beautiful, nice and dandy. Sort of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, my god, this mod makes like such a huge difference in doing this and getting this done. Like, it is so amazing. Just makes it so much more fun as well. Like, you go, I can actually get this stuff done far more quickly and far more efficiently. Because I think it's one of those things, like, I remember playing in another world that I played, and I probably should actually do a playthrough of it just to show you guys, but like I went into that world and I like dug out essentially from like bedrock. At the time, this was like an older version of Minecraft, but I went from like 1.9, oh sorry, like from bedrock at the time, so it wasn't the same level of deepness as it was in this one, but I went all the way down to bedrock of that, and then all the way up to the top of the world at the time. Again, still smaller than what this was, but I did that. And I dug that all out by hand, like with haste and all that. So, but it took forever. And like, that was by like with a normal pickaxe. I think this was before netherite come out as well. So it was all diamond stuff. And that took forever. It was awesome. And I loved it. It was a great base, but it just took forever. And I think that's the point that I'm trying to make, is like, if you've got all the time in the world, then it's definitely worth it doing it the vanilla way. But if you don't, and you've kind of got to do it a bit more quickly to make it a bit more entertaining, then I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it the way that I'm doing. Alright, anyway, let's get all of this done. Let's just smash this back and get it out of the way and finish this episode off. But however, though, I've got to say, like, this was just one small section of this. Like, we haven't even gotten anywhere near bedrock. I think what I've got to do, and maybe next episode, perhaps, I reckon what we'll do is, I reckon we'll focus on building like a storage room. And then once we've built the storage room, I'll then actually focus on like enchanting these tools and upgrading them and making them a little bit better. Because I think they do admittedly kind of desperately need it just to make them a little bit stronger. And maybe upgrade these to netherite as well. So we should go into the nether and just like make these tools insane. There we go, peeps. That was the last set of blocks, which is just spectacular. And there we go. That's them all picked up, which is beautiful. Now the only thing is, this is when you think about it, so just so I can more so just see this, like, and just so we've kind of got it all in, kind of, I don't want to say writing, but at least so I can see it. So this is the outline of this base, right? Or of this pillar. So if I was to stand on this specific block here and dig this all the way down to bedrock and then repeat it on all of these sides, we would essentially be able to just build this pillar all the way up, which would just be beautiful nonetheless. Which makes me then wonder what I should do is knock this all out as well. And like that. So at least now we know that this is the block that's got to be dug out. But yeah, I reckon I'll repeat that on all 4 sides, and then maybe that's something we can do next episode as well, like add it to the list of things to do. But yeah, so having said all that, and I'm just also to remind myself while I'm editing to write this all down, but I reckon that's what we'll do next episode. We'll get the corners already, like marked like this on all 3 sides. We'll dig them all the way down to bedrock. We'll get them done. I'll also upgrade the tools to, you know, have like efficiency 5 on them, and unbreaking and fortune and mending as well. So we want these pickaxes, these tools to be beastly. And then at some point maybe go to the nether as well and get them to be netherite. But at the same time, I think diamond's fine. Like, it's quite a big investment for tools that I'm really only going to use to this extent, and then that's it. But unless I decide to build some other sort of mega structure, then we'll invest in upgrading them. But yeah, I think for the time being, that's it. I think we'll end this beautiful episode off here. So I guess thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you can sort of see what I'm now finally starting to commit to doing, and everything has sort of come to fruition, even though it's taken bloody forever and a day. But yeah, that's something to look forward to. We'll get these all the way down to bedrock, and then we'll start building the levels essentially. But I reckon I'll dig, that's probably what I should do first, is I reckon I will dig out the middle section first, and we'll dig that all the way down to bedrock and build it after we do the walls first. And then once that's done, we can start digging for good the surrounding bit. But it'll be sick nonetheless. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. So adios.